Hey everybody, welcome to Broker Daily, where I take a deep dive with my team of experts to help you understand what it takes to get a typical New York City real estate transaction done. So click subscribe to Broker Daily for updates or reach out to me directly. Today, we welcome back Ira Gold, who is a real estate attorney. With Ira, we'll be talking about pre-approval versus pre-qualification and commitment letters and figure all that out. Ira's information will be on the screen and at the end of this session as well. And you can reach out to Ira or to me at any time. Hey, Ira, welcome. How are you today?
Hey, Ed, good, very good. Glad to be
Great.
back.
Yep, great to see you as always. So let's jump right in. So in the brokerage business, I'm working with buyers, or if I have a seller, I see pre-approval letters, pre-qualification letters, and commitment letters that come from banks. And I know that's super important for you too. So tell us the difference between a pre-approval and a pre-qualification letter.
Pre-approval and pre-qualification, which are documents that you would tend to deal with more than I would, although I do see them from time to time, have different levels of inquiry by a lender and therefore have different weight with sellers as to what their real meaning is. A pre-qualification letter is generally something that a lender will generate after a simple phone call with a buyer. They'll go over some basic information, but they really won't dig any deeper than the phone call. So essentially, they're saying, if what you're telling us is true, you qualify for a loan of X amount of money. A pre-approval letter, which I'm sure is something you look more favorably upon, has a higher level of inquiry, including a credit check. Just a side note, before you agree to the credit check, you should see whether or not it's going to be a soft or a hard inquiry, because you don't want to lower your credit score if it's a hard one, unless you have to. The pre-approval will also, the bank will look at bank statements, sometimes a W-2, and then provide your loan amount based on now a higher level of inquiry. The commitment letter is something that I'm very concerned about as an attorney, and everyone else in the transaction should be as well. That almost always doesn't take place until we're in contract. Whether or not there's a mortgage contingency, which is something for another day, once we are down the road in a transaction, 30, 45 days, someone will provide a commitment letter that will provide the actual property, the loan amount, the interest rate, importantly, what conditions need to be satisfied, because at that level, a lender is going to submit all the documentation to one of its underwriters, who is going to do a really deep dive. So that's a far more invasive, so to speak, and higher level of inquiry than either a pre-approval or a pre-qualification.
That's right. That's why I love to go into these deep dives because you have such a great way of explaining it. I just got off the phone 5 minutes ago with my seller, and we just received an offer from a buyer who submitted their offer with a pre-approval letter. So some banks call them commitment, some banks call them pre-approval letters, some banks call them pre-qualification letters. Some mean some things, some mean the other. So to me, it's great that they have the letter, but this isn't a co-op. A bank will approve a buyer for a 40 or 50, even 50% debt to income ratio, but a co-op has much stricter, lower DTI. So I have to make sure that, they fit within the realm of a co-op or a condo when I get these letters. So to me, the letters are great to have, but I actually, in a co-op, won't advise my seller to sign a contract until I've seen what was so famously said in a movie Tom Cruise was in. It's like, show me the money. So I need to see bank and brokerage statements and really vet them to make sure that we're all safe as a team, that we know that we're going to get to the end, which is with you at the closing table. So great, Ira, thank you so much for that explanation on pre-approval letters, pre-qualification letters, commitment letters. I thank you so much. If you want to get in touch with Ira, his contact information will be at the end of the screen. If you want to get in touch with me, hit subscribe or reach out to me directly. Thanks a lot, folks. See you next time on Broker Daily.
Thank you, Ed.